Come up to next topic, that is joint Hindu family business. It is also called Hindu undivided family business. This is a second form of business adopted by Hindu families to run their family business generation to generation. So it is a business that is carried out by the male member of a Hindu family. It is not governed by any industrial or companies act, but it is governed and controlled by Hindu Succession Act, which exists under Hindu law. There are two conditions in which joint Hindu family business can be conducted. These conditions are: there must be minimum 2 male members should be in a family. Now, without ancestral property, business cannot be carried out. So second condition is ancestral property must be existed with them. These ancestral property owned by male members of Hindu undivided family shared profit, which are known as co-partners. Now see the systems. There are two systems prevail to carry out this type of business on the basis of inheritance. Number one, Daya Bhaga system. Under this system, male and female members of JF can become partners as well as co-partners. This system prevails only in West Bengal. That means this system can be adopted in West Bengal only. Now second one is Mitakshara. Under this system, only male members can become co-partners. That means only they can carry out the business and they are the owner of their ancestral property, and this system prevails all over India except West Bengal. In Daya Bhaga system, both male and female members carry out the business on the ancestral property, but in Mitakshara system, only male members can become co-partner or own property and carry out the business. It exists all over India except West Bengal. Now see the features of Hindu undivided family business. Number one, membership by birth. That means those who take birth in particular family who is carrying out this type of business will become automatic member of this business. No need for any agreement to admit him in the business. Number two is management. JHF business is managed and controlled by senior male member of the family, which is called Karta. Remember the name Karta. Karta is the person who has legal rights to enter any contract with outsiders, as well as he takes all the decisions, and other members have no right to take major decisions and manage the business affairs. Fine. Now number of members. So in this type of business, minimum 2 members are required to carry out the business, but maximum there is no limit. Automatically who take birth in the family will become the member, so there is no limit of maximum member, but the membership is restricted to 3 successive generation. That means up to 3 generation this business can be run. Now next one is liability. So here it is pointed to note that the liability of Karta is unlimited, but the liability of other members is limited to their share in the business property. See, I have written here unlimited. That means liability of Karta is unlimited. Okay, remember that other members bear limited liability up to their share in the business. Now next one is minor members. Minor means child. So a child when take births in the family automatically become a member of the business. Now sixth one is rights. So what are the rights of the member of business? So they can inspect the accounts anytime, as well as they can claim their share in the family property at the time of partition of the family or business. Now seventh, registration. There is no compulsion of registering the business, but remember it is governed by Hindu Law Act. So perpetual means never ending, everlasting or changing. So this is the important feature of JHF business, that it continues even after the death of Karta. The successor, that means senior most male member, automatically become Karta after the death of his ancestor and carries out the business. The business comes to an end only when all the members present their consent that they are not the members of JHF family business. Okay.